Hey guys, and welcome to another podcast. My name, of course, is Ian Bickle. I am a behavior change and emotional eating coach. I help people that have been stuck in diet hell, binge emotional eating, chronically yo-yo dieting for what seems all of their life. I help people who have struggled with body image, and I help them regain trust and reconnect. And for this to not be a thing. Now, believe me, so many people hear that and they think it's just not possible. I've spent so much time and energy on this. How can it just not be a thing? And well, that's where you go to several of the client testimonials that I have uploaded and will continue to upload on this podcast. And you figure that out, you learn yourself. But hey, that's not what this is about. This is really about information versus implementation. Um, what I kind of this was really, let me lights flashing here. This was the idea of this, the inspiration. That's a word I couldn't think of. The inspiration for this came from one of my friend's stories on Instagram, and she basically said, "Listen, my service isn't free. I give away a lot of free stuff right now." And this is me speaking. Right now, you can go and fill in my diet scorecard. Links are in the description. Buildwithbickle.com/diet scorecard, something like that. Just search Google, Build with Bickle, diet scorecard. And off the back of that, you will get lots of free resources. And within that scorecard, it'll give you the idea of where you're at. Information. You can go on YouTube. You can listen to podcasts. You can absorb books. You can do all of these sorts of things. But it's information. Now, it can be helpful 100%. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people, some people can figure this stuff out on their own, but a lot of people just don't last the course. All right. It's kind of like trying to learn to play a musical instrument without ever actually picking up an instrument. You are reading, you are listening to books, podcasts, audiobooks, you're reading books, you are watching YouTube videos, but you're never actually holding a guitar or sitting at the piano and feeling the keys on your fingers. And this is often the problem with a lot of people is they are struggling to get things off the ground because they think that they need to be equipped with a certain amount of information before they can begin. And it draws into this perfectionism mindset, which I've talked about in the past, is like everything needs to be right. All of the situations, it needs to be fair weather, there needs to be a clear runway. Let's get, it's what, the 5th of January, 5th of December, I'm recording this. So let's get Christmas out the way. Oh, but we've got such and such happening in January. Well, let's get that out the way. And I'm like, these are all part of your life next year, just like this year and the year before. Christmas is going to happen again. There's going to be X, Y, and Z occurring. Now, we need to look at this information versus implementation thing. We need to go, okay, then, am I just gathering information? Am I gathering just like little things here and there, tips, tricks, hacks? Or am I actually implementing? Am I doing the stuff that's necessary to be done? Am I learning the wrong things? Like, this is the challenge most people face, is they don't even know. Now, I've worked with so many clever people. I've actually worked with people who are certified nutritionists, coaches, who struggle with their food. Why? Often they know too much. They've gathered too much information and they've tried so many different things. So already the next thing, they've now created a belief system about themselves that actually this is a me problem. And in many ways, it is a you problem because we need to take on personal ownership and responsibility. That is huge. All right. It's not your fault that you've maybe picked up some poor, bad habits and gathered the wrong information. But it is your responsibility to do something about that. It's not your fault where you are right now, but you have the ability to do something. You may tell yourself you don't. You may go down there, oh, you don't understand stuff. And that's you giving your power away to other things, other people, other circumstances. And yeah, to be fair, if that's the way you want to run your life, that's okay. It doesn't bother me. And something that really irks some people is like, it's not about me, because if I was to worry about everybody out there who struggled with stuff, like I just would be crippled. I've got to compartmentalize. I can help people who, they transfer energy to me, and yet that energy is money, and it's never about the money. It's about what the money represents. When people start working with me, they go from information gathering to implementation. We're here to do the job. And I don't know what needs to be done. I have an idea. And I've helped so many people do it. And this is where we stop using logic and the thinking brain. Okay? Because logic its way into saying, I can figure this out myself. This doesn't require any expertise or discipline, or it doesn't require an investment. This is a discipline issue. This is a willpower problem. I just need to have more willpower, discipline. It's like, no, that's not the problem. That is so far from the problem. That actually is making the problem worse, because when you are not disciplined and when you show that you have no willpower, what does that do to your self-esteem? How does that make you feel? Just think about that. And here's the thing with all of this. This is purely emotional. Food, exercise, that stuff is easy peasy, all right? But most people struggle because they are looking for the perfect thing, the perfect hack, the perfect diet plan, the perfect macro split, meal plans, programs, all of this sort of stuff. I work with like people typically 35 years older, 40. They've got kids, they've had kids. Kids are starting to grow up and independent and all of this sort of stuff. But along through that time, there's been these knee-jerk reactions. I need to change my body. I need to lose weight. And inevitably, they go back to type. They return to type. Weight comes back on. There's a lot of rebound eating. And I help resolve years and years of this conditioned behavior and mentality towards food and diet. But here's the thing. You know what? Like, I'm happy to give these podcasts away for free. And these podcasts there'll be information regarding how to manage your diet, how to deal with X, Y, and Z. All right. But unless you take action, nothing will happen. Oh, that's good information. And then just go on with your day. Nothing changes. When I work with clients, I call it the power of yes. All right. Clients commit to me. There's an emotional commitment. And it's like we do what it takes, because they recognize, you know what I've been trying to do just hasn't worked. I've tried everything. Weight Watchers, Slimming World, a tracking thing, keto, juices, like Team RH, all of this sort of stuff. And this isn't me against any of those things. It's just this individual type of person is looking in the wrong area. They're trying to control their diet. And this control, or this perceived control, leads to a further lack of control. And you'll have these people, just go on calorie deficit, just track your calories, or eat clean, or fast, or whatever. And it's like, whoa, there's so much, So much missing here. And quite frankly, reason you don't do it, it's because you don't want to do it. And that's okay. You don't have to do it. Sure, you have to do stuff. But what we need to do is make it part of you. And when it's part of you, it's effortless. And think about that. It's just effortless. It's just who you are. And most of my clients are very much like, this is just different. And that's the point. It should be. Because imagine if I was just a variation of the same thing. So long as you work with me, it's almost like I'll crack the whip. I'll make sure that you're good. And it's like, you are a fully grown adult. You are a parent, a professional, a business owner. Like, what are you doing? You need someone to tell you what to do. Like, I'd say, listen, this is about building a mentality and a skill set. So when it comes to just that constant information gathering, if it's getting in the way of implementation, if it's creating overwhelm, if it's creating perfectionism, it's actually not helpful. Probably don't need to listen to another self-help book or read another self-help book. Probably don't need to watch some other person tell you about protein, vegetables, and calories. Probably don't need to absorb more books and listen to more stuff about training plans, etc. Probably don't need to work with another personal trainer or another nutritionist, because maybe you've already done that sort of stuff and they are just carbon copies of the last one. You need different. And this is where, like with most people, I put the power in your hands. Like, when I'm stuck, business wise or whatever, I reach out. I do my homework on a coach. I absorb them for a long time, weeks, months, sometimes, maybe longer. And then there'll be a time where the time is right. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people maybe have to go through a little bit more pain, a little bit more. I say maybe they need more time in the oven. Unfortunately, I don't want that to be the case, but until they've maybe experienced the pain more and more, that's maybe where the threshold is reached, where they're like, right, no, I need proper help. And that's when you reach out. It's I'm going to try by myself, but nothing gets done. And this is because the thing that holding people back is fear. This is why information gathering is so rife. People don't want to make a mistake, and they want to know what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen. I'm like, whoa, there's no guarantees in this world, none whatsoever. So if you're looking for guarantees in a universe that doesn't offer guarantees, you're going to struggle. Now, with the clients I help, is we create structure and understanding and genuine knowledge, but how does it apply to that individual? And we have to make this about you as an individual. All right. This is easy. It really, really is. It really is easy. But a big thing is to stop worrying about the ifs and maybes and start taking action and learn from that action. That's a huge thing that anybody I help is starts to do. It's about implementation. Yes, information, it's important, but it has to be aligned with like the amount of information that person needs. And here's the thing, great saying to end on. If you want to help people, wait there. If you want to impress people, make things complicated. If you want to help people, make things simple. This is your diet. This is your mindset. This is going to last you forever. So invest time, energy, maybe money into fixing this. If it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, okay. But you've got maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ahead of you. You hopefully got 10. I don't know how old people are listening here, but you've got a life in front of you. So spend the next 6 months, 12 months, like working towards that and building something. Rather than maybe spending the next 5, 10 years fucking about and then eventually going, oh yeah, I'll just do it properly. And you know what? Yes, you could have saved yourself a lot of time, emotion, effort, money probably, because this costs a lot. And I'm not talking about my service. I'm talking about 10, 20, 30, 40 years of diets and programs and personal trainers and coaches, which just don't help you. You might learn a lot. You might have the logic there and understanding. You might know about leucine threshold and training and reps in reserve and strategies and macros, calories, and have like great deals of knowledge. But as a coach, I'm telling you right now, yeah, aspects of that important. But how much do I talk to my clients about that shit? Really? What do you think it is I'm talking to them about? And that's what I'm helping clients with. It's about the soft stuff, the self-belief, the self-worth, the fear, the procrastination, the overwhelm. Ian, what do? I get people to do. I get people to move forward. I get people to take a stance and to step into the uncertainty. Give it a try is sometimes the answer I give clients. Hey, what's the worst that can happen? And this is what it is. Confidence. The reason people don't question me about my nutrition, because I have an identity as somebody who's in the know. I've competed within natural bodybuilding. Arguably, by today's standards, I'm in good shape, whatever that means. So people may look and go, oh, he knows what he's talking about. And I do. I've spent a lot of time in this field. I've educated myself. I've got the practical and personal experience and professional experience. But the way I look is not a qualification. Unfortunately, this day and age, Instagram, hashtag influencers, all you need these days to be in the fitness industry or diet industry is, have you lost a bit of weight? Are you willing to show a bit of skin? Are you good looking? Maybe a bit funny? There you go. And these people are in charge of other people's health and mindset. And usually, eventually, they come to me because these other people have fucked them up. If you are lost, I can help you find yourself again. Anyway, I'm really enjoying these podcasts. I should have done this earlier. Wow. There's the next episode. I should have done this earlier, because that's what so many people say to me. Have an awesome day. Some links are in the comments. Facebook group, it's free. Free diet scorecard. Email us, go to the website, buildwithbickle.com. But listen, the power is 100% in your hands. You have to do the big scary stuff. Information. Is it helpful? You tell me. Implementation. Taking action. Learning. Failing, learning, failing. Getting closer, refining, tweaking. Success. Anyway, I hope this helps. Please subscribe, please like, please share. It helps me. And I will catch you next time.